guys, why don't I have makeup on, you might ask? I'm going to do a get ready for bed with me. I'll just show you my getting ready for bed process, mostly like face products, and I'll brush my hair. And see what good sounds we can come up with. I need to put some Aquaphor on my lips because they're killing me. They're so dry. Actually, my whole face is dry, so I think I'll do my face products first, and then I'll go to my hair. So, also, I am making a new video every day right now, so please subscribe if you want to see more. This is a headband. Okay, now for the Aquaphor. Let me put some on first, and then I'll make some lid sounds. I moved from Texas to Canada, and it's so dry where I live now. And I was from Houston, Texas, which is like on the ocean. A lot of people think Texas is the desert because of like media, I guess. But Houston is basically Puerto Rico climate because it's right next to the ocean, on the ocean. Aquaphor is so good on the lips. It's the only thing that works. That was kind of a nice sound. Let's do it from back here. Okay, so I have washed my face already because I do not have a sink in here. And this is the face wash I use. It's just CeraVe salicylic acid cleanser. I don't think I'll use it again after I'm done with this because it really dries my skin out. Really dries my skin out. It's kind of loud, eh? What about finger taps? It has a pump. Pump. And a lid. Yeah, so like I said, I do think salicylic acid is good for acne, and I do have acne even though I'm 32 years old. But I just think in this climate that I'm in, not a political climate, a world climate, a weather climate, with this weather climate here, I don't think that's good for me. Okay, also before I start putting lotion on my face, I thought we would do some clothing sounds because I love the sound of like clothing scratching. Tonight I'm wearing just a it's like any holiday time that includes gifts, she usually gets me one of these, especially in the winter. So yeah, should I stand up? I wonder if I can stand up without being too loud. Oh no. Who's texting me? I don't know how much you can see, but it's just a hoodie with a hood, and then there's like a lot of pockets. I think this is like their travel brand kind, and here's the branding. And then just normal sweatpants with a very stretchy band. And I think there's even pockets in the back. Yeah, there is. There's pockets in the back in the brand on my belt. So yeah. Okay. Let's get some lotion on my face. Well, first I do use like an acne cream. Different. I really like this stuff. I feel like it works. This says it expires in February 2027. Before this, I was using a retinol, and it would just be too much to use this and a retinol, but I do think retinol is amazing for skin. And this is almost out, but I've had it all year, so it's lasted a long time, and I put it on every day, every night. Okay. I'll show you how much I use. It's only a tiny bit. See, you can even barely see it. Gentle. I gotta remember to be gentle with my face skin, but it's hard for me. I'm a very aggressive person. It's funny that I'm making ASMR videos, but... And now my face is super red. Probably just from touching it. I do have sensitive skin. And I let it dry for a second. And then for lotion, for hydration, I have this The Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA Surface Hydration Formula. And then it's also in French, of course, being that I'm in Canada. I just started using this probably a week or two ago because my cousin is a makeup artist, and so she knows a lot about skin. She's like a very good makeup artist. Very good, very popular. Listen to the different tapping sounds when, like, this part is full down here. And then this part up here is empty. It sounds a lot different. rub this in and then see if I need more. Because again, it is very dry here for me. So I'm being so aggressive. Let's be soft, soft with our face. Soft, soft, soft. Soft with our face. And I would say my chin and my nose especially are the most dry, and then my my T-zone will get a little greasy. But that's fine, honestly. Although grease gives you acne, I've also heard people, estheticians, say that it keeps your face younger. You want your skin to be moisturized. And especially at nighttime, I make sure that I have lots of moisturizer on. Also, if you're a boy watching this, you need to start wearing moisturizer and sunscreen unless you want to look old. Older than you are. And there's no shame. That moisturizer that I just put on, it's probably I think it was $18 Canadian. So US dollars, that's only $12 or something, and it's big. So it's not like you'd be breaking the bank. Or the CeraVe brand is also good if you just need something to start out with, and they have a morning moisturizer with SPF in it, and it's very cheap. So yeah, boys, get on it, get on it. Skincare is important for you too. Alright, I feel much better now. My face isn't hurting as bad because it was so tight. It felt like it was cracking. Okay, I also have pimple patches. That I will often put on before bed. I don't think I can, right? I should have put a mirror over here. But I do have a couple little spots that could use this, but I'll have to do it after I film. I wish these were a thing when I was in high school. I really could have used them. Would you like to see a sheet? I'm almost out of these. I need to order more. This is what a sheet looks like. And then you just peel them off and put them on your little pimples and they go away. Apparently nurses have been doing this forever because they're just hydrocolloid patches that you put on wounds and stuff. And they figured it out a long, long time ago that putting this stuff on pimples fixes them. Okay, okay, okay. Let's brush my hair. This is a tiny brush. I need to get a bigger one because I have so much hair. But I like this one because there's no it's easy to clean. There's none of that mesh stuff that other hairbrushes have. Sounds knotted. Oh my goodness. used to be very blonde until I was about maybe 24. I decided to start going more dark, closer to my natural hair color. I've like never been my natural hair color though, because it's so dark. It's very like intimidating. And my mom let me start being blonde very young. So now it like feels weird to me to have darker hair. But the constant like having to dye it and like deal with roots. And it's like a 5-hour long process at the salon because I have so much hair. Which is a good problem to have. I like my hair, but I've just been like slowly getting used to it being darker. And also my eyebrows are really dark, so it goes more with my eyebrows. The blonde, it was kind of weird having super blonde hair, dark eyebrows. And what's funny is my hairdresser was really good that was doing the blonde. Everyone thought I was like naturally blonde. I was also in high school, so it was probably high school kids thinking that. They didn't realize yet that a lot of blonde people, especially with super thick hair like mine, it's dyed. But I mostly dyed the top. I dyed the top layer, right? So like underneath it would be a little bit darker. And kids would be like, why do you dye your hair brown underneath? And I'd be like, no, I'm dyeing it blonde on top. I don't wear my hair in like a braid or anything to go to bed. I would like to start wearing bonnets, like a silk bonnet. It still feels knotted. Back. Okay, it is very unknotted now. There's one more thing I want to talk about, and it's what else do I do before bed? I usually read, and then I'll read for a bit, and then when I start getting tired, I'll watch ASMR. And what I'm reading right now, I might do like a year wrap up. I'm not a super, like I don't go through a ton of books every month, so it'd be hard for me to do a month wrap up, but I'm currently reading The Winners by Frederick Bachman. This is the third book in the Beartown series. Yeah, I got it from the library, obviously. But this is the third book in the Beartown series, and it's about unnecessary how big it is, but I'm like in love with the characters, so I'm still reading it. But it probably didn't need to be this long. Let's see how many pages it is. 673. If you need like a good winter, somewhat cozy, but it'll still keep you hooked because there's a lot of drama book. The atmosphere in this one to me is very wintry because most of it revolves around hockey season, and they're, I think, in northern Sweden. Also, this guy, I'm pretty sure it's translated to English, like I think he's from Sweden. He's a very popular author. If you read a lot of fiction, you probably have read his books. I've never seen what he looks like. That's what he looks like. That's crazy. He's younger than I thought. I was picturing an old man for some reason. Frederick Bachman is the #1 New York Times bestselling author of A Man Called Ove. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry. Britt Marie was here. Beartown. That's what I'm reading right now. Us Against You, which is the second Beartown book, and Anxious People, as well as 2 novellas and 1 work of nonfiction. His books are published in more than 40 countries. He lives in Stockholm, Sweden, with his wife and 2 children. Yeah, so the book is based in Sweden, and I'm pretty sure because he's from Sweden, it's translated to English, and I can't even tell. It's such good writing. I don't know how he must like also know English because the translation is so good. There's a lot of like metaphors and stuff that they must be different in the 2 languages. Or he just has like a really good team translating it. Anyways, I highly recommend the Beartown series. I rated the first 2 books 5 stars. This one might be 4 just because it's so long, and I'm pretty like anti making the last book long just to make it long. But that sounds so sticky because I just put a bunch of lotion on my face. Okay, if you're not asleep yet, please subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm doing this every day.